Welcome to today's tarot party, and I'm celebrating a beautiful deck. Look at that purple edging on this deck. I love it. Let me just show you what deck it is. Welcome, everyone. This is Catherine, and you are here at our tarot party. We're using this deck, and let me see here. Let me grab my Palo Santo so I can bless our cards and get this party started. I'm just checking for my sound, making sure that you can hear me. Last week we had a little bit of a snafu with sound, so if you can hear me, let me know. Let's light up our Palo Santo. Thank you so much for coming to this summer party. Okay. Hey, Bina. Good morning. Hi there, Threadis. Welcome. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know, okay? All right. We're just going to use the Palo Santo and just lift up our concerns. I do feel kind of like a sense of weight, heaviness, because of what's going on the planet right now. And interestingly, I just saw a special about the sun and how the sun is having some storms, and that when the energy from the sun is released, we think about this fire as we're thinking about the sun, that sometimes when the energy of the sun is released, it can make our moods change. Isn't that something? So I'm here today to lift our spirits, to imagine ourselves having a joyous party. What's your favorite beverage? What would you like to be sipping? I'm sipping on some flavored water, and it is about 11 a.m. here in my part of the world. And it's raining, which is a blessing to me. I lived many years in a desert climate, and so I really enjoy when it rains. So today I'm going to read cards for, that's funny, Kevin. All you have to do is be here with me. I'm happy to draw a card for you. I'm going to start at the beginning, and I'm going to read as many people as I can. I'm going to draw just one card. So if you would like a reading, you would just let me know what's going on. Hi, whatever. Good to see you. Fantastic. You guys are just awesome. Thank you for falling in. And so I'm going to start right from the top. I'm going to go all the way through and do as many as I possibly can this morning, okay? So thank you for hitting the subscribe button and for hitting the thumbs up and just being part of the party today. So we're going to start off with Bina. Bina, my friend, I know you live on the other side of the world. It's nighttime, isn't it, way over there? And so what is it that I'm going to say that your future self is right here, right now, living inside your energy, and always has a word of encouragement for you. So this is what this is all about. And Bina, authenticity. Bina, one of the things that I know about you is that you have such a quiet spirit, that you are, it's hard for you to stand out. It's hard for you to step out and be your full self. And I think part of that's because you're very young, but this card is filled with get out there. You have a vibrancy about you, Bina. There's a sense of authenticity with you that others see. And a lot of older people have a lot of respect for who you are right now. And so your higher self, your future self, is saying to you today, don't hold back. Perhaps you're facing a decision where you are going to be stepping out of your comfort zone and you are ready for it. Look in the mirror during the day and say, I am ready. I am ready, and let what is coming come to you. You are worthy and deserving of being treated well, at least as well as you treat everyone else. Okay, so stepping aside, thank you for being here, my dear Bina. Threadis, you are next. And let's see what we have. Those of you who are just joining me, I'm Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot. We're all about breaking up the patterns that could be holding us back from our highest good. And so I'm going to go through, I'm going to do as many as I can possibly do. So, ooh, Threadis, look at this, the bee. Now, the bee is a community animal, okay? It's an animal that lives with a lot of other bees, and they have order in how they live. Everything is organized, sacred geometry at work, and it's a key for you. So, Threadis, I have the sense that you do enjoy your own company, that you enjoy being on your own, and I don't blame you. I'm very much the same way. I really treasure my living situation right now because I share it with my dog. I am not with a lot of humans. However, there is a key to your success right now, Threadis. There's a key to your success, and that is to get involved in a community, whether it's through volunteer work where you live. That's often the best way to step back into a social community with people that do volunteer work, whether it's sorting out clothing at the area Goodwill store, or if it's helping out distribute food and benefits to the people in your neighborhood. It could be reading stories at the library for children, but there's something soothing in being in a community. And even if that feels awkward, it's worth a try to step out and do that. Now, those of you who are just joining me, part of the magic of a reading for the collective, don't be surprised if some of these cards don't resonate deeply with you. When you're here with me, you are contributing to the vortex of energy that is expanding and creating more peace and fulfillment on the planet. Your presence here is no accident, okay? So going forward, I'm looking for, hey, Norse Pagan Drew. Let's see, I think that you asked, okay, your energy, good, okay. I'm just going forward and seeing who else here. Hiya, Boomy, Norse Pagan. Yes, okay, excellent. Thank you so much for your comment, Norse, because I take your intention to heart. And let's see what the beautiful animal kingdom has for you. I'm wondering if you have a pet. Are animals an important part of your spiritual walk? Let's draw a card for you and see what the energy is for you, my friend. And again, in my own personal work, I do so much with my own energy and others to think about what your future self, if there was a message from the you that exists with all of your desires met, what would they have to say? Oh, Norse, I love this. The monkey, laughter. I'm particularly drawn to the number 33, and I suggest that you look up the number 33 just in a regular Google search and see what is the spiritual meaning of 33. I have a feeling it's going to be very surprising for you and uplifting. So, what your guides want you to know is you need more laughter, all right? Sometimes it can be difficult to feel comfortable in the world when you are centered in an unconventional spiritual or energy idea. Sometimes it can be hard to find your tribe and find people who really resonate with who you are and what you're doing. I'm drawn to this hat that has this crown on it. And I notice there are 3 spikes on this crown. And again, imitating our 33 here. And 3 is a collaborative number. Okay, on the tarot deck, the 3 of Pentacles is all about working on something together. The 3 of Cups is about gathering with friends. And so there's something in this energy that's demanding that you need company. Okay, look at the monkey, look at the look on its face. Monkeys, again, are not singular animals. They live in families, they live in tribes, similar to the bee message that we just had for Threadis. And you may pick up on that energy a little bit, that you feel safest or more comfortable when you're by yourself. And so your guides and angels and the spirit of Odin is here to tell you, lighten up. Okay, lighten up on yourself and on others. You need laughter like a medicine. So whether it's watching bloopers on YouTube, which is one of my favorite ways to make myself laugh, or jokes, comedians, you definitely will prosper the more you laugh. Okay, so say that out loud, Norse. The more I laugh, the more I prosper. The more I laugh, the more in tune I am with who I'm here to be. Okay, so as you go forward, Norse, pay attention to the rest of the cards that are falling around this time when you're here on the channel. You're part of the energy of creation here. Okay, my friend? Moving on, next we have Whatever. Hi, Whatever. I can remember when, it's been a long time since you've been here on the channel. Oh, Norse, I have 33 visitors right now. Man, you gotta go look at that 33. Do it right away. Come back and make a comment here. What does the number 33 mean for you? Find out. Google it. Okay, Whatever. Let's pull a card for you. I'm just moving ahead here and see if you would. Hi, Nelia. Welcome. Yes, general reading. Oh, okay. Oh, I love that, Norse. Thank you for giving me that. Honestly, I believe laughter is the best medicine sometimes, but do take a look at that number 33 in the number meaning books, okay? It will give you an extra reading. I just know it. Okay, Whatever. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I remember every time I see your name, it makes me laugh. Speaking of laughter, because isn't it true? You think, well, whatever, especially on a bad day or when things aren't going well. It's like, whatever, I give up. So let's see what your animal message is today. Ooh, nice. Let's take a look. And again, I'm being drawn to notice the crown. Oh, I see all these cards have crown imagery. Okay, very interesting how the crown, first of all, the crown is a name for the head, right? The crown of the head. And so I can't help but be thinking here that you might be overthinking a little bit, Whatever. That you might be an analyzer. And if you heard that phrase, analysis paralysis, I feel like you're an ambassador here for us today, Whatever, that everyone who overthinks and overanalyzes is being pulled into this vortex, pulled into the energy of the reading. Discernment is what we're needing. Is your current stream of thought helpful or hurtful? Does what is on your mind make you feel peace? Or are you caught trying to make a decision where you're playing ping pong in your mind with energy? And it is exhausting. You might even be losing some sleep, because the fact is we cannot know everything. Okay, if you guys, you know what I would just love right now, hit that little icon over to the side, that little heart. How many of you here hearing my voice right now get stuck in the mind. Let's all support one another as you pour. There you go. Fantastic. As you cooperate and collaborate with this energy we're creating here today, you're going to bring yourself relief. These are all connected. Laughter will break up that stale thinking. And so many people called into my world are looking to break patterns. And sometimes our own mind is our worst enemy. The fox is known to be clever and smart, but the fox also knows how to depend on instinct. Okay? If you are cringing inside, that's one of your inner languages that helps you say, no, I don't want that. It makes me cringe. Many times when you're a nice person, a sweet person, whatever, you don't want to hurt people, and you can accidentally be putting other people's needs ahead of your own, and that will never serve you. Hit the thumbs up if these words are going into your spirit. Be a part of the expansion that we are creating. There's a lot of AI out there right now doing meditations and tarot readings. And I encourage you to take a peek at them sometimes. But remember, when you're live with someone who is reading the general energy of the group, you're part of the expansion. That's what makes live readings so fruitful for you, whatever, and for everyone, whatever. There's a great affirmation I love to use. I am so happy and grateful now that I am free of overthinking. Isn't that good? I am so happy and thankful now that I am relieved from overthinking. Look in the mirror and check that out. And whatever, I'm here every Sunday, and plus I do surprise readings. I did a new moon reading on Wednesday. It's in the lives section on the website, on YouTube, and so do take a peek at those new moon readings. They were fabulous. Okay, moving forward, let's see who's next. T Hunter Threadis, you are so welcome. Okay, so Boomy, we are here for you. So let's take a breath. Parents can be problematic, can't they? Everybody hit the laughing emoji if you believe that sometimes parents can be a pain in the butt. I am a parent of adult children, and if you ask my children, they will tell you that I'm out of touch. Now, those of you who can relate to a woman with older energy, I know that you come here, maybe you can hear from me what you can't hear from your parents, but we have to be so patient with our parents when we're grown-ups, because they're doing the best they can. And sometimes parents see you as a child. I'm pointing out to you, Boomy, notice this purple color on the sides of my cards. Purple is the color of the divine. It's the color of that chakra at the crown chakra, that beautiful purple color that, to me, as I'm thoughtful about that at the moment, I believe with all my heart, Boomy, that you want to honor the divine, that you do have a good heart towards your parents, and you love them, but for whatever reason they are feeling some doubt on your behalf right now. Now, it could be that your parents are overreacting. Can we hear it? Sometimes parents overreact, and we need to give them time to get used to something. And so let's just throw love to all the adult children here whose parents are a little controlling. If you have parents that are a little controlling, hit the thumbs up, add that heart emoji, and join the collective energy to be brave, to be strong, and rely on your divine connection. Here with the frog, Frog, I love to remind myself, frog could mean fully rely on God. Frog, fully rely on God. So your parents raised you right. They raised you to be a conscious person, to be a good person, and to honor your parents as part of your culture. But right now, there is some turmoil. It's like a storm going on with your parents regarding your marriage. And that can be very devastating, can't it? You feel like you're losing connection with your family of origin because you're in love with someone they don't understand. And frog, not only does it mean, excuse me, fully relying on God, but it also is this purging. And what does it mean to purge something? Purging is when you get rid of what is unpure. Okay? Pure, purging. Purging is when you're getting rid of something that's unpure. So this can be a deep process, but part of it for you would to be purge yourself of any kind of anger, resentment, or ill will toward your parents, that you would see them as loving you, not trying to torture you. Now, you guys know, if you've been to my channel before, I don't hold back. I tell what Spirit has on my heart. And when I look at all of these, I don't know what these are, these little streams of energy that are leaving this situation, I think that as you put yourself into your parents' shoes, what is it they're concerned about? Okay, so the first step is just write down on a piece of paper the reasons you're hurt and disappointed at your parents' reaction, and go ahead and let that clear. And then ask God to help you to see, what do your parents see? What is their perspective? Because as you approach your folks about this, you want to be able to communicate how important this person is to you. If your parents are correct and there's something that's not right, it might just be the timing. It might be they feel that you guys aren't ready for marriage. But I know that your family's important to you. I can feel it. I can feel it. Everybody, let's send love to Boomy. Hit that heart emoji. Send love to our friend Boomy, because this is a difficult time. It's difficult to know how to navigate when your family is not happy about the person that you want to be with, okay? So, many times, you guys know I love Neville. And by the way, if you like what you're hearing here, check out the posts, the community on the channel, because I put references in there every day, resources of the material that I use personally to keep my energy where I want it to be. This is so important, is finding peace of mind in the midst of a challenge, okay? So first step, you want to purge your own confusion about feeling the rejection that you're feeling with your thoughts. Second, put yourself into the shoes of your parents. What are they seeing about this? And the third is, remember, Neville teaches us to live as if this problem is resolved. An affirmation that works so well for me is, I am so happy and relieved now that I have clarity on my marriage. I am so happy and relieved now that the situation is resolving itself. The more peace of mind you generate in your spirit, the more clarity you will have, okay? I'm feeling a little bit of scratchiness in my throat, and that is always my sign that somebody here in this particular reading is not feeling comfortable speaking their own truth. So I need to get my tea. Hold on just for a second. You sip my tea, and don't be afraid of speaking your truth. You are so strong, and I know you can do it. Okay, let's see who's next. Oh my goodness, from Africa. Nana, welcome. I am so glad to meet you. Nalia, nice to have you. Boomy, thank you. Okay, let me just peeking ahead. Okay, seeing hey, whatever. Yes. Itamia, welcome. Perry, Pretty, welcome. Oh my gosh, you guys, bless your hearts. So many people. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, good. Okay, oh, Norse. Hey, my hero. So let me just read what Norse found. So, oh gosh, I'm so grateful to you, Norse. Thank you. This is what makes this a communal effort to expand. When you participate in this reading with the instructions that I give you about hitting the thumbs up or hitting the heart or responding, you're drawing energy into all of us. Thank you. So, Norse, when you encounter the number 33 repeatedly, it can be a reminder to trust your gut feelings and inner wisdom as you are being guided to your true path. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, I've got goosebumps all over. Thank you, Norse, because there is no accident that you are here today. So be sure to find something that makes you laugh. Hi, David. Welcome. I'm so glad to see you back. Did anything happen with James since our last reading? Okay. Oh, whatever. Bless your heart with struggling with grief right now. Everybody, just let's send energy to whatever. My heart goes out to you. Please do contact me. You guys know I do private readings. You'll get a detailed video for yourself from me. So definitely get a reading if you're feeling so drawn. My website is manifestfaster.com, and Manifest Faster has tons of free resources. It talks all about what I do here, so please feel free to contact me in any way. And Norse goes on to say 33 represents mastery, leadership, and high level spiritual understanding. Odin is telling me to rejoice, for my path is true, that I'm doing what I need to do. He guides me, my spirit is growing. That is fabulous. Thank you for bringing the spiritual meaning of 33 to this reading. Hi, everybody. Marika, Steph, Squire. Oh, you guys, so many people here. Bless you guys. I'm going to do my best to get through to get through everybody, I promise, okay? So let's go back up here. Where am I? Hi, David. Welcome back again. I remember from last time we talked about James. I'm curious if you've had any guidance about that that's arrived. Okay, let's see. Nelia, I think. Okay, gosh. Okay. Itamia, let's grab you, and then we have Preeti is next, and I'm working my way down the line, and send energy to me that my voice and my phone last as long as we can. So Itamia, okay. All right, this card has everything to do with flexibility. Imagine this octopus having 8 legs. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, you guys? What if you had 8 limbs? I don't know about you, but I have a hard enough time managing the 4 limbs that I have. But this card with the octopus, with creative problem solving, it's all about not wrapping yourself in a knot of looking at your current problems. Okay, if you are obsessing about what's bothering you right now, if all you're thinking about is what's troubling you right now, it's as if you're tying yourself up in a knot and that you can't move. It's the opposite of this flexible octopus energy, where the octopus can stretch those legs, those tentacles can stretch them so far and bring them in. All of these little suction cups, every one of them is functional. And so the call here is to see yourself as capable. Okay, Itamia, see yourself as capable. even though you can have something feels like it's squeezing you tight so that you have no options, that's only one way that you're telling the story. The truth is you are flexible and able to solve the problem that you're having, whatever it is. I find that writing down on a piece of paper all of the details of what's troubling you, and then when you're finished, you can either burn the paper or you can crunch it up and throw it away, but do something symbolic to untangle your thoughts that are wrapping you up and holding you tight. Remember that your heart has its own intelligence, and your heart is where you will find your guidance, okay? So take your eye off your problem, put your eye on the solution. Okay, moving down, we have Nelia. Hi, Nelia. Let me just go forward here. Okay, and then it'll be David, all right? So Nelia, and then David. Oh, Nelia, you're so kind. Thank you so much. Remember, you guys. Hi, Star Baby. I'm going to get to y'all as best I can. Just if once you've put in your request, you don't need to say it again, because I will do the very, very best I can to go through and catch everyone. Okay? So Nelia. Hi, Sanjeet. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Hi, Justin. Welcome. Amar. Guys are so, so beautiful. Oh my gosh, all of y'all here so faithful to my channel. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, wait a minute, I have to go back. Hi, Amar. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just going back because I don't want to miss anybody. And we're going to go to... Hang on. I apologize. Don't give up on me. Okay, here we are. Okay, Nelia. Okay, Nelia. All right, and I'm going to stay up here. David, you're next. Nelia. Okay, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up. I am Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot. You can read all about me at manifestfaster.com. I am here to help you break the patterns that are holding you back from what you're wanting. I am all about getting you to the place where you are receiving what it is that you're wishing for most deeply in your heart. It is my belief that you can connect with your future self, and that as we put that in our intention that we want to hear from our future self, who better to give you advice? Okay, so here we have communion, and communion is all about joining. Okay, so what's going on with you, my friend Nelia? Am I saying that correctly? I hope I'm saying your name correctly, my friend. Because what's happening here is that this is definitely a call for community. Okay, we've had a few of those now. So there's something in the energy of this call, of this particular video that has a theme of unity and pulling people out of isolation. So if you're here visiting me right now, thank you for being here. If this is resonant, hit the thumbs up, because let's join our hearts in finding community. Now here, I love that our beautiful elephant is wearing another crown. And so that's my reminder that we need to train our brains to be hopeful. We need to make choices with our thoughts that help us, not hurt us. Some people in life have been hurt by their family. They've been hurt at work. They have been betrayed, belittled. They have been made small. And a lot of that time it comes because your personality is so sensitive that when somebody teases you, you cringe. That it's not easy to be teased. Can you relate to what I'm saying? teasing is a form of love, which I personally don't care for. I have 7 younger brothers, and they all teased me, and it left me with a sour taste in my mouth for teasing. But I didn't learn till years later that people only tease you if they like you, and that I had to loosen up and not get hurt so often. So I feel, Nelia, for you right now, the energy is all around stepping outside the box of solitude. Elephants are not solitary animals. They live in families. They live in groups. Some animals are rather solitary, like turtles. Turtles kind of walk around, tortoises walk around, and they don't walk around in a herd, like a herd of horses, right? They are more solitary. Frogs, for example, they live in the same pond, but you don't often see a flock of them being together. And so this is a false premise here that you can be totally content by yourself, Nelia. You need to have a sense of humor. You need to balance the unfriendly energy. Look at the tusks. They are sharp, aren't they? When we see those stars hanging from the tusks, that means that there's some kind of healing that's coming to you, and it's through humor. There's an old child's book called Babar. Babar, Babar, is a story about an elephant. And I know it sounds silly, Nelia, but I would get a hold of one of those Babar books, or maybe Google it or on YouTube search. But I think a childlike view of an elephant story would be very healing to you. Okay, interesting readings today. You are definitely being called into communion. You're being called into relationship with some people right now. The number 33 is repeating again at the top of my screen. And 33, as our dear friend Norse told us, is about being on the right track. You're on the right track, my dear Nelia. So David here for general energy. Wonderful. David, let's take a card. And then Sanula is next. And after Sanula come, whatever is here saying, and thank you for acknowledging. And then we have Marika next, okay? And I'm working my way down the list. Don't be surprised if you receive a message from somebody else's card. In these readings for the collective, there's no accident, you guys. You were supposed to be here right now. Even if you just pop in for a minute and you catch a half of a card, it's important to realize you're here for a reason. Okay, Coyote, perspective. So coyotes are, they're an animal that look just like a dog. Okay, I lived in Mexico for a few years, and I really loved that experience. And the coyotes had come down from the mountains, and they were dangerous to our neighborhood because they would steal small animals. You'd really need to be careful with your cats and your dogs, because the coyotes are hungry and they're not meaning to be cruel. It's just the way nature is. But if you see one at first, it looks a lot like a German Shepherd. They do look like dogs from the distance. And sometimes they can be very bold. And they can come and stand out in the daylight. They're not afraid of you, not one bit. And if one starts walking toward you, they carry that, there's an intimidation that they carry, okay? So when the coyote is showing up on our reading, David, what I'm wanting for you to realize is that not everything is as it appears, okay? Not everything is as it appears. So everybody, let's hit some hearts right now. Let's hit some hearts for David, because it's hard sometimes to pick, isn't it? It's hard to see if someone is being real with you. But the coyote here is talking about perspective. So David, what I feel like the universe is saying to you today through your future self is that you want to be fair in your perspective. Don't be overly optimistic or blind to what other people see. David, do you have a close friend that you can ask whatever this issue is that you're wanting the reading? Do you have someone that you trust that you can say, I'm trying to see both sides of this issue. Could we talk? I want to hear both sides of this issue. So whatever, and those of you who are new here, or just listening in, use this advice, because it seems that the energy right now is about giving somebody the benefit of the doubt, and that it's important for you to give someone the benefit of the doubt, David. All right. And the coyote is crowned with that skill of taking care of itself. And also it appears as a dog sometimes, which would keep it safe, or people are not going to feel intimidated by a dog. But as a coyote, they need to be respected. A little bit of, I guess I could say, a heads up. It's not like a severe warning, but it's just a matter of knowing your perspective is whole. You have a holistic perspective. One-sided view is not as good as it could be for you. Okay, David? Excellent. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. And so let's move on to Sanula. I always am so concerned I'm pronouncing these names correctly, and then I hear my own spirit saying to me, don't be such a perfectionist, so I surrender. Thank you for being here. I'm Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot. I'm so glad you're here visiting and creating the momentum that we have going so far in these readings. I will be putting timestamps into the reading afterwards. Feel free to come back and listen. Okay, so let's take a peek here for Sanula. Sanula, and we have the Meerkat. I think as I'm noticing these crowns on all of our animal friends today, I'm being drawn to the awareness that nature is king, nature is queen, nature rules, right? Nature rules, man drools. I know I'm kind of taking that out of context, but nature has its way. If it's going to storm, it's going to storm. If it's going to be a drought, it's going to be a drought. The animals are much better than humans at adapting to what's going on. Why? Because they don't have language to complain about stuff, to be complaining about everything not being perfect. And I look at our little meerkat here, and there's two perspectives. One, oh, wow, look at that butterfly. Look at how it came to me. Have you guys ever had a butterfly land on you? It's very cool. That could be one point of view. And then another point of view could be something itches on my nose. What is that? I got a bug on my nose, and whap it away. Two perspectives of the same exact thing. Okay, so I feel like for you, Sanula, you are like a representative of spirit. You're like the ambassador for all the people that are listening right now, and they get annoyed that things bother them. They're bothered by somebody. Does that resonate with any of y'all here? Bothered by somebody or something. And so the meerkat is here to talk about vigilant awareness. The moment you notice that you're annoyed or worried about something, you have a choice. When you're not noticing that you're falling into a funk, your choice is limited. But once you start opening to this information and you want to live with a better mindset, you'll realize, wait a second, I have a choice. I can choose to keep thinking about what I'm thinking about, or I can choose something else. So for you, what we need to remember is that being vigilant, that means constant, always being watchful for when your mood goes down. The moment you notice your mood goes down, switch. Abraham Hicks calls it pivoting. If you are not familiar with Abraham, go to YouTube, look up Abraham Hicks, and you will be flooded with inspiration, and you will be uplifted by what you will hear. I promise. Abraham Hicks on YouTube, but they cannot help you. Your inner being can't help you. Your future self can't help you unless you become aware. Uh-oh, my mood has slipped. And the minute you find that out, you move to something else. I am so happy and relieved now that I know I can change my mood if I want to. I am so happy and grateful now that I know for sure that relief is a choice away. We need to be vigilant. If your mood shifts, it's so easy to blame someone else, isn't it? Who today has someone in their life that gets on your last nerve? Who with me right now? There's somebody in your life that bugs you and you wish they would go away. Hit the thumbs up. Is it you? Because I do. I have people say to me, or they get the thought, well, Catherine doesn't know about problems. She's always so cheerful. Well, excuse me. I am confronted every day with things that challenge me, for sure. And how long my funk lasts is directly connected to how quickly I notice it. Because if I notice I'm in a foul temper, I can put my dog Murphy on the leash and off we go for a walk. And I know for sure I will relieve my worry. Okay? Please check out my community. I put in there today, there's a man named Ryan Holiday, and he teaches about dealing with anxiety. It's fantastic, and I already put the link in my post column on the channel. So please take a peek. Okay, wonderful reading. Thank you guys for being here. And now, hi Marika. Marika is next, and then Amar. Okay, so in Marika, I've got to write this down so I don't get lost. Marika, and then Amar. Okay, and Marika, Amar, and Steph Squires. Steph. Those are our next three. Okay, so let's do Marika. Marika. Thank you guys for being here. This is Catherine. You are at Pattern Breaker Tarot. It's my weekly tarot party. I'm so glad you're here. We're just peeking into the animal world. We're asking for the guidance of our future self. The future self. What better person to give you advice than your personal self? You are the guest of honor here, taking this choice to spend your time with me. I'm so honored and thank you. I appreciate that. So Marika, oh my goodness. All right, Marika. So it seems to me that you may be a little bit stuck with some of your past partners. Okay, what people you dated. You may have been married before. But Marika, it could be friendships, but there's a certain degree of unsettledness, of incompleteness around some relationships in your past. And if you're someone, I attract a lot of people who are looking for love. They are single and they'd rather have a partner. If that's you, this reading is for you. Okay, Marika, this is for you, of course, my dear, but also anyone who's single right now and wants to be with someone. So this communing with ghosts, the ghosts of our past love can keep us locked away from love for years. The ghosts of the people that hurt you in the past can lock you up and keep you from the love that you're wanting. So when we look at the lemur here, look at the fear in those eyes. Now the lemur doesn't mean to look fearful. They just have big round eyes. But look at the fear and look at how wrapping the tail around itself, and look at how it looks like a prison, right? Black and white prison bars. That self-protection is keeping you from love. Now you guys, I do what I call a love magnet reading. It costs nothing. We speak on the phone for about 15 minutes, or Zoom, or WhatsApp. 15 minutes, I can help you understand why you're single. okay? Because if you do have this guard, like a armor around yourself because of the ghosts of the past, that's something you can take care of. I can help you do that. If your love magnetism is low and you can't find anyone that gets you, it's worth taking that, getting that reading. So keep that in mind, okay? Um, uh, my email address, Bina, my email address is patternbreakertarot@gmail.com. If you want to put that in to the notes, that'd be great so they can see. At any rate, what's the message for you, my dear Marika, and for those of you who are locked in this jail cell? I like that it's oval, because it doesn't look sharp. But the truth is, when you can't get the love that you're wanting, it can be devastating. I know. I've worked with people for over 30 years who can't find love, and I know it's possible. Also, what I have found out is some people really do thrive being single. They thrive. But in your single life, you don't want to have this feeling of tightness and needing to protect yourself. I'm aware of the 5-pronged crown, and to the rest of the cards have all had 3. But for 5, that's showing me that there's a lockdown in the mind, that the mind is not believing it's possible to find love. So put your hand on your heart, Marika. Anyone else who's feeling like it's impossible, put your hand on your heart. Let's take a couple of breaths together. And I want to speak out loud. This is a lie. It's a lie. You have created a story, and it's fictional in your own mind, that that love always hurts, that there's always betrayal, that it'll never last. And that is a lie that you're telling yourself. Changing your story is critically important, all right? So if you are brokenhearted, you can't figure out how to find love, email me, and let's do a love reading. It's very quick. This is 15 minutes on the phone. I can help you understand why you're single, and I'll give you some resources. If I can help you, I'll offer that. But I've read so many books on human beings getting along together. I know I can put you into the right position. Okay, so take me up on that. patternbreakertarot@gmail.com. I would love to meet you. Okay, moving forward, next we have Amar. Amar, thank you for putting all of those beautiful hearts into my stream. You are a collaborator. You are working with me to create this momentum that we're going into this circular pattern. We're opening up patterns for people to find what it is they're looking for. Let me take a sip. Thank you guys. I appreciate your presence here. Okay, let's go forward. And now we have Amar, and then we have Steph. So Amar, look at our beautiful rabbit. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, okay, Amar. Your future self has a message for you, Amar, okay? Your future self clearly wants you, okay, this is hard. Oh my goodness, Amar, I'm putting my hand on my heart, and I just want to say, I tell it like I see it. People who do readings with me know that whatever the card says, that's the story I'm telling. But I always like to laugh ahead of time, thinking, oh my goodness. Amar, you are a bubbly person. You are an encourager. You have a lot to say, and it's hard for you to be with people that are in pain. It's easier for you to give than to receive, okay? So any of you who recognizes this energy, you're perky, you pull positives, you're optimistic, you love people, and you don't like to see them in pain, and all of that wonderful good stuff. Now, what's the downside? The downside is that I'm picking up the energy of a chatterbox, that somebody likes to talk, that it's easier to tell a story than to hear a story. And so the rabbit, look at this beautiful rabbit. And again, so interesting, because I see there are 5 spires on the crown, but the crown is almost invisible on this card. So there's something that's invisible to you, Amar. There's something you're not seeing. Okay, what you're not seeing is that your strength, which is to make people feel better, make them laugh, give them compliments, you're so good at building other people up. But a weakness is a strength pulled out of balance. So that very gift that you have to cheer people up, when it's out of balance, you're too chatty, too talkative, and you need to open those ears and listen. This is such an important day for you, this last day of June 2025. And I'm going to challenge you, Amar, and anyone else who's a bit of a chatterbox, including Catherine, to listen more than I talk during July. It's like a hidden royal gift from the divine. It's hidden from you right now. It's hard to see that as you close off the storyteller, you can think it within as you're listening and practice listening. But see if you can stop yourself from popping in with your own story in the middle of somebody else's. See if you can prevent that from happening just for the month of July. Really seek the divine to turn up your listening skills. Okay, I love this particular affirmation. So if you have a pencil, write this one down. Even though I don't know how, I'm listening so much better now. Using the word how and now, it's a rhyme, and there's something about our brains that love rhymes. Even though I don't know how, I'm not talking as much right now. Even though I don't know how, I'm learning how to listen now. Powerful challenge for all the chatterboxes that have followed my channel over these years. Birds of a feather flock together. I have zero doubt that I have storytellers who tune in to my vibe. And so let's do this together. Let's be quieter and listen better. Okay? Awesome. Moving forward, Samantha. Hi, Samantha. Welcome. Steph is next. So, Steph, let's do you next, and then Samantha. Thank you guys for being here. Just add your name to the list, and I will do my level best to get to everyone that's here. I love summer tarot parties. Do you guys love summer tarot parties? I am here. My website is manifestfaster.com. That's how you can learn all about me and the resources that I offer. And I do tarot parties every Sunday at the same time. So please do hit the subscribe button so that you are notified whenever I go live. I'm starting to do lives on the new moon and the full moon. So watch for notification. The new moon readings were fantastic, and they are in the navigation under the lives if you want to take a peek. Okay, so Steph. Oh my goodness, okay. I tease that the flamingo is my spirit animal, and because it's so flamboyant and outrageous, unapologetically pink, unapologetically itself, goofy looking pink animal. You want to have fun, look up on YouTube funny flamingo videos and just how they act and how they parade around. I mean, they're just fabulous. And I've had a chance to see them live in zoos, pretty much in zoos. And I wish that I would, well, you know what? I want to manifest that. I would love the opportunity to be vacationing somewhere where I can go over at, well, it's a zoo in San Diego. They have Marine World and they have flamingos there. But I would love to see them in the natural. So join with me, would you? I think there's a flamingo emoji on there. But just that we all can be at manifesting our heart's desires. At any rate, this is for Steph. So Sass. That's exactly why I love them, because they're unashamed. They're unencumbered by their unusual appearance. When they put their heads into the water, they're remarkable animals. But notice the shape of the beak. So when they go into the water to get their food, their head is upside down. Imagine that they're seeing the world upside down, and then the way the hook on the beak goes, it makes it easy for them to fish when they're underwater. If you see a flamingo where it doesn't have a head, you're just looking at the body while the head is down in the water. It's kind of freaky looking, right? The flexibility of that neck. Now, how successful would a flamingo be if it looked and saw its reflection in the water and went, oh my God, look at me. Look at that pink neck, right? That if the flamingo could be self-critical, let's just say it could, how effective would it be in life? It wouldn't. So Steph, I feel like your higher self is calling you to a real commitment to accepting yourself, to a commitment of saying, look, I don't understand why I was created the way I was created. Now, I'm sure that you're not the only person. You're like our ambassador of Sass today, Steph, because the truth is all of us grow up having insecurities about our appearance and about who we are and why do we have to be this way, very self-conscious. And the fact is today, in approaching July, tomorrow, a call to you, Steph, to take up the challenge, and anyone else, accept yourself, warts and all. Whatever you feel is your biggest flaw could be your greatest gift. You were created exactly how you are, how your cells lined up, how you were germinated from birth, how everything came together at the exact right moment of time to create you, and now here you are. And it's so important that you accept yourself, okay? An affirmation for this that would be helpful. Look in the mirror. I am so happy and grateful now that I can accept myself more easily. Okay. Take a breath. Put your hand on your heart. Repeat this after me. Even if it doesn't feel true, that's what Neville says, live as if. So it's not true yet. Say it anyway. Hand on the heart. I am so thankful and happy. Go ahead, say it. Now that I understand, I can accept myself. I am so happy and grateful now that I am open to accepting myself. I am so happy and relieved now that I can accept myself more easily. This is going to change your life. Okay, Steph, this will change your life. Enough. Moving forward. Now we have Samantha. Samantha, and then Justin. Samantha and Justin. Okay, I'm just peeking ahead, see who else is here so I can write it down. Sanji. Okay. And for those of guys, if you're new to these readings for the collective, you are free to join the energy of any of the cards that you see. It's just a choice. Birds of a feather flock together, and I tend to attract people who are on the same wavelength. So please stick around and watch it for the collective, even if you don't hear your name. This card is for Samantha. Hi, Samantha. Have you been here before? I think I recognize your name. Let's see here. Samantha. What does the universe have for you? Oh, Samantha, it looks to me like your energy has been a bit suppressed, that lately it seems there's been a burden. When I look at this beautiful Springbok, what I notice is it's all legs, right? It's all legs, very long legs, and it looks like a young Springbok. But part of what we see is that its neck is not fully stretched up. Okay, so its neck, stick your neck out. And I feel like there's been a burden on your shoulders for a little while, and something's just been troubling you. But there's something about, I think it's the month of July. I think there's something about the month of July where there are going to be opportunities for you to connect to a group of people who are going to be important, whether it's for relationships or for work, okay? I'm noticing these toadstools, these mushrooms that are all on the floor of this setting. And I feel that there's a message there for you. The mushrooms, interestingly enough, I found out that just recently in time, they were made into their own class. Like people didn't know what to think of them. Are they plants? And they're not really plants. They don't behave like plants. And so mushrooms became its own family of living things. They're not plants, but they do have a communication system that is amazing. And their research that's done around fungi is very, very interesting. Plus the psychoactive part of it. So it could be that you have done some microdosing, or that you're curious about the psychofactors of mushrooms. But they depend on invisible support. The root system that happens in the fungal world is invisible, and a mushroom can appear overnight. I mean, and it does. That around here in Tennessee, I walk my dog every single day in the morning and the night, and in the morning there'll be a mushroom that wasn't there the night before. So there's something around you, Samantha, that's going to be a boost of joy, a boost of energy. Okay, but you have to lift up your head. You have to look outside your normal way of looking at life. What makes you feel enthusiastic? Enthusiasm lifts your energy. Can't you guys think that? I mean, think of the last time you went to some sort of concert, right? If you were in some or live music, something happens where it lifts you up. A sporting event, you go to a sporting event where there's a lot of applause, and it changes you. Enthusiasm changes you. So, long story short, Samantha, get out, dance, move your body, create enthusiasm physically, and something very unexpected is coming. And I hope that you'll remember this reading and think, oh my gosh, that's what it was about. Okay, because you can't find it if you're hiding from it. You need to be available. Okay, so next we have Justin. Thank you for the hearts. And there's David, Star Baby. Okay, Justin, and then Sanji, and then Star Baby. If I forgot you, please go ahead and add a note to me, and I will do my best, okay? I don't need to leave anybody out. Okay, so this one is for Justin. What's going on? Welcome to the party. If you've just arrived at the party, we're having lots of energy snacks. I wish I could serve real snacks. It's a party, but I'm glad you're here. I hope you'll hang out. I'm Catherine, Pattern Breaker Tarot. We're all about finding the patterns that are holding us back. Okay, and so Justin, reflection, seahorse. The seahorse is a fascinating animal. They share childbearing in a very unique way, whereas the female lays the eggs and the male carries the eggs. And so that right away, it's about collaboration, close collaboration, okay? Close collaboration. This species could not survive without cooperating with one another. So I'm just feeling with you, Justin, I'm wondering, is there some energy going on right now where you're separated from a loved one? Are you separated from somebody you love? This could be a family member. This is somebody who's committed. So a marriage that's in separation. This is not about dating energy. This is about closer than that, closer than a brother, because this species could not continue without cooperation. So there's a call on somebody who's watching me right now. There's just a call for you to reflect. Okay, what happened? What happened? What ownership can you have with what happened? How can you clean up your vibration? I always love how Abraham says that. Abraham Hicks, clean up your vibration, clean up your hard feelings towards the person. Okay, not an easy message to have, because I know they acted like a rat. They acted badly, right? This person hurt your feelings and they acted badly. Let's all agree. But the only way for you to unlock yourself and move forward is to make peace with that. And it's possible. One of the things you can do is one of my favorite techniques. I can even do it here. is called the Scribble technique, okay? The Scribble technique is exactly what it sounds like. Let me just turn to a fresh page. The Scribble technique is exactly what it sounds like. You pull the person in your mind that's upsetting you. And you know, people say, well, Catherine, do you still get people to upset you? And I'm like, oh, for God's sake, of course I do. So I'm going to pick something that's upsetting me. Oh, it's easy. Popped right to my head. And now when you take your pen and you just start scribbling and you think of the person, you think how awful they are and how mean they are and how they shouldn't have acted that way and what were they thinking. And then as you're thinking that stuff, instead of saying it out loud, just do it quietly, okay? It works, okay? Try it. It really does work, because this person did not mean to act like a turkey. They just didn't. They did not intend for something this major to blow up, because they do love you and they are committed, okay? The number 27 is repeated at the top of my screen right now, so do take a peek at the meaning of the number 27, because I believe you will be getting a blessing there. Okay, thank you, Justin, for for the opportunity to teach the scribbling technique. It works if you work it. Like one of my friends who used to go program, and now she doesn't anymore. But she said that thing about it works if you work it. The scribbling technique will absolutely work, but you have to do it. So next time you're annoyed with somebody, grab a pencil and paper and just try it. It can't hurt. Okay. Next, we have Star Baby. Star Baby, thank you for waiting in line patiently. I really appreciate that. And if you just add your name to the bottom, I'm going to do the best I can to get to everybody. So let's go on. And so Star Baby, what is it that's in the arena for you? Ooh, look at how pretty this is. Wow. I'm using this deck for the first time this way, so I'm seeing some cards I hadn't seen before, and this really is beautiful with self-worth. Because let's think about a swan. Swans are huge. They're huge birds. I mean, that I will tell you, because I have a story about a swan I want to tell it, but let me tell the first part. When we see swans swimming in a lake, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's graceful. They're just stunning. You can't take your eyes off them. And if you see a black swan, that's even more moving in a way. And they glide on the water. Now, underneath, those feet are doing a lot of work, aren't they? But you don't see it on the top. They're graceful and they are beautiful. Okay? Now, the other side of the swan, I was out in a lake fishing in a small boat, and there were a couple of swans right there, maybe 30 or 40 yards away from the boat. And they were so pretty. And I just started to kind of talk, and they were coming closer towards the boat. And when they got real close, they lifted up in the water and hissed at us. It was terrifying, honestly. They're huge. And when they opened that beak and started hissing, it caused fear. And I thought, wow, I would have never thought that, because they just look so gentle. So I say that to say that when it comes, Star Baby, when it comes to you, look at the stars. Can you believe that, Star Baby? It's amazing that you need to honor your energy. Okay, you need to honor your energy. Don't compromise for anyone else. You ultimately know what's right for you, but your feathers have been ruffled. It's hard to imagine a swan with ruffled feathers, because they're just always put together. But your future self knows that you took a blow to your self-esteem. Maybe somebody cheated, maybe somebody lied about you, but there was something that happened and it hurt you deeply. Then you let other people know. I mean, you're styling. You know how to be, you know how to take care of yourself, and you're okay. But there's something that's broken inside. So take that in. And what I want you to do, Star Baby, when you look in the mirror, I want you to say out loud, I love you. You're strong and you've done everything you could. I'm so proud of you. Look where you are. You're talking right to yourself. Look who you are. Look who you've become. Look how you have overcome all those things that have hurt you in the past. You're on a healing journey. Go slow. Go slow. Build yourself back up. Whatever happened took something from you, and you need to take the time for healing. A good idea is to go to the YouTube search and just search for a meditation for the broken heart, or a meditation for the inner child would be very healing for you. Okay, my friend? So Star Baby, everybody send love to Star Baby. Hit that hearts over there on the bottom of your right hand corner, just hit that. Let's just throw our love. I'm hitting it. See, I have a pretend one. But just throwing our love to Star Baby, because it's not easy. It's just not easy to trust after you've been hurt. Okay, you're a queen, so be a queen. Okay, thank you. Thank you guys for hitting that heart for our Star Baby. Thank you. This reading would not be a reading without you. I hope you realize how pivotal your presence is anytime I read. You're adding to the momentum that we're creating for everyone. Okay, let's take another card here after Star Baby. Who do I have here? I came to the end of my list. Nelia. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, David's already been read. Let me just go down here to the bottom. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Bina, for helping me keep track. Hi, Selena. Okay. Celeste. Robin. A time for anything. Okay. Okay. Let's see who. Okay, gosh, I don't know how to do this because I don't want to miss anybody, but I've got so many people here. So let's go to Johanna. Johanna, let's go to you. Okay, let's see. What is it that the future self, I always love thinking that I have, it was probably in May, no, maybe earlier, April, when I started actually journaling to my future self. It was such an interesting idea. I thought, what if my future self is something I could create in my own mind and have conversation, and it's been so helpful. Who better to give me advice than the future version of myself, right? Anyway, let's take a peek. This one is for Joanna. Joanna, okay, take a breath. I love penguins, and again, this is not ever an animal that I've seen in the live yet, but I have seen them in the parks where they have the aquariums and all of that, and adapting. Penguins live in a very cold climate, some of them, very cold. And even in the ocean that they have to dive into, Joanna, they must be shocked partly when they dive into that really cold water, but their fur has adapted. They are adapted perfectly to their environment. So, Johanna, I think what your future self wants for you is to appreciate how easily you're adapting. Okay, there's a part of you that doesn't understand how resilient you are. There's a part of you who doesn't trust that everything's going to be okay. But the truth is, you have been through a lot of difficult things, and you've always adapted. Your heart is in the right place. And sometimes you've gotten yourself into hot water with trusting the wrong people, but that happens. It happens. But the time for you to heal, to just praise yourself. Don't wait for other people to notice what it is that you're doing well. Stand in front of the mirror and tell yourself how well you're doing in this, that, or the other thing. But your ability to adapt to your surroundings is going to serve you well, my friend. You are very equipped, and it's important you tell yourself the truth about that, okay? So next we have Robin Random. Hi, Robin. welcome to the reading. Let's see here. And Robin. Okay. This one is for Robin. I'm Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot. We're all about helping people break up the patterns that are holding them out of alignment, holding them away from what they're wanting. And so this one is for Robin. Robin, you know what? I look at how you've been on my channel and all of the emojis you're using and how you have a playful attitude about you. I love that. And Robin Random, I love that. I just love that you seem to me the kind of personality that can easily find the humor in a situation. And we have the Otter, which are so fun to watch. The otters are fun to watch. They behave in ways that are very extraordinarily. We can think of them as human behaviors because they do stuff humans do, like play. They can crack a shell open with a stone, or they can when they can lay on their back and float. The things that people think is just like a human, but the fact is we're all animals, right? We are all animals, and otters might even get upset that we are comparing them. They should say, look at those animals over there, they're acting like otters, right? But it's just affirming your playful personality. So what is the message for you? I feel like because you are somebody that generally cheers people up, that people enjoy you and your energy, that you don't get enough nurturing yourself, okay? One of the fatal, I love, is I call it a fatal flaw, but a weakness is a strength pulled out of balance. So your strength of your personality and how you're able to see a lighter side to everything, that part of you, how could that be a weakness? It can be if you find yourself ignoring things that need attention. It's just a call for you to don't be too funny about something. If something's hurting your feelings or if something's bothering you, deal with it because it's there. You can't playful it away, all right? You are immensely loved for your light side. For when you're in the right mood, you are what people are looking for. But you can't stay in that mood all the time. That's not natural. And you need to take care of the things that are bothering you. So the easiest thing, what I would say, is get a piece of paper and just randomly, Robin Random, randomly write down the things that are bugging you right now and be honest about it. What the biggest thing y'all need to watch out for is what I call toxic positivity. And that's when you're trying to make something positive all the time. Some parts of life sucks. I mean, life will really mess with you, right? Life will mess with you. Things will happen that you cannot control at all, and you can't be playful through it. You have to take it on the chin, recover, and move forward, okay? Thank you for being here, Robin. I love your energy. So much fun. So much fun. Abhida. Hi, Abhida. Let's see. A Time for Everything. Did I read for A Time for Everything? I don't think I did. Okay, let's read for A Time for Everything. I'm going to go through and add timestamps. So if you're here right now and you missed the early part of the reading, you can come back later and have a listen to the Tarot Party in Completion. These readings have been amazing. They've all lined up to support each other. And so let's draw a card for A Time for Anything. Yes, there's a message coming through. Let's peek at what it is. Okay. The owl. Take a breath. So this is very interesting. What I'm noticing first is the gold in the background. I just heard Ryan Holiday. He was talking about what to do in anxiety when you have anxiety, what to do. And there's a time of day that's called the golden hour. I never knew what the golden hour was, and then Ryan talked about it with anti-anxiety, and I thought, what? Because the golden hour, photographers know what I mean, right? Photographers know that there's a time right as the sun is going down where the light on everything is magical. One of my close friends and a wonderful client, Janice, got married finally. She was 40. How old was she? 43? I think you were 43 when she got married. She wasn't sure she was ever going to find her soulmate, and she did. And it was a wonderful story. I got to do the wedding. And she planned her wedding for this time, for the golden hour, because the photography is spectacular at that hour. All right. So it seems to me that there is something about you. Where am I? I'm at A Time for Everything. Oh, I love your name even more now. So a time for everything. Then there's time for you to do this for yourself, okay? So the cool thing is the golden hour happens all year round, no matter what the season, okay? Now the sun has to be out, of course, because if it's a cloudy day, it's not the same. But the golden hour is that last hour before the sun goes down. Probably the last half hour is just spectacular. So can you, my friend, A Time for Everything, can you take that on? Can you go outside, take a walk at the golden hour as much as possible for the next month? Now, you might be in a climate where the sun doesn't come out every day, and that's fine, but not to waste the opportunity for golden hour, okay? The rest of you listening to me right now is no accident. The brain loves this soft version of the sun, okay? So take it on. I'm taking it on myself. I'm going to be outside at golden hour through the month of July. I'm just writing it down because I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it through July, and I'm going to keep track of how many times I accomplish it, because after I heard what Ryan said about anti-anxiety, I thought, okay, I gotta try this, because I knew it about photography, but I never took it as an energy tool. So thank you guys for hitting that emoji over there. Wait, see, I can make, yeah, there, it's right down there. Because I feel your alignment, that you're coming into alignment. Now, oh, I'm so sorry, because A Time for Everything. So why? Because of wisdom, okay? Wisdom. And there's a deck that has the owl as in a different picture. I just feel like the Queen of Wands energy here. If you are a follower of tarot, A Time for Everything, I'm just feeling that Queen of Wands, just knowing who she is and knowing what she wants. And again, gender doesn't matter here with the Queen of Wands energy, but there's something wanting to be birthed in you. There's something, I think you've been dreaming about it, but you don't know how it's going to come to be. But that golden hour, I think, is going to be like a vitamin for manifesting, and it's going to be a good tool for you. Y'all can take part in this. Anybody that's watching, if you want to play along with me and A Time for Everything, do it. Let's see what we can change. An affirmation that could go with it would be, I am so grateful and happy now that I have my golden hour project. I am so happy and grateful now that I have a new tool to try. I'm so happy and grateful now that I know a practical step I can take starting today. Of course, if it's whatever time it is, whatever is your next golden hour. Now, for me personally, it's a rainy day in Tennessee. I may not have the opportunity to be in the golden hour today, but I'm still going to count out of my 31 days. I'm going to make a little chart, and I'm going to keep track of how many golden hours I get. Be in it with me, guys. I think we can create some magic together. Okay, let's see here. Just catching up with where I'm at. Let's see here. Hi, Ran. Excellent. And Vishaka. Okay. Thank you, Magnificent. I'm just checking here because I'm going right to the end. Star Baby, I'm sorry that it's the Swan. So when you go back and check it out, you'll find, just do fast. I am going to put a timestamp, but it's the Swan. It's a fantastic reading. Okay. Aw, I love you. Thank you for being so patient with me. Okay, so now we're going to go to Mukesh. Hi, Mukesh. Life is a struggle for Mukesh. Everybody, let's hit our thumbs up over, not just hit the heart for me, all y'all who are watching. Let's just throw love at our young friend Mukesh. Now, you guys, I will say while we're sending love, thank you guys. Thank you so much for sending love to Mukesh. Remember, you don't have to wait for your card. I know I will try to get to it, but what you can do is you can, you're making me feel so powerful because I'm tapping the pretend button and you guys are filling in the hearts. But anyway, Mukesh, and the rest of you, receiving a message from the collective is very likely for you, okay? So please don't lose faith if I don't get to you. All you do is make that choice to receive, because you're being here. Hit the thumbs up, hit the heart emoji, and you get pulled into the healing energy that's here throughout this whole reading. We've been here 90 minutes and we've just created a beautiful web of healing energy around you, okay, Mukesh? Okay, let's draw a card here. Ah, look at this. This looks like a cub, doesn't it, you guys? This looks like a cub. Mukesh, you are so in the right place. I'm grateful. And in fact, go ahead and put your hand on your heart. Anybody that's feeling overwhelmed right now, a beautiful cardinal just flew up to my window feeder and it's bright red. You might want to look up the spiritual meaning of the cardinal, because I think it would be a blessing for you. But this is definitely a baby animal, a cub. Many of the animals in this deck are adult animals, but I love that this message is here for you right now. Mukesh, you have powerful allies. You have friends that you cannot see. There are ancestors, your great, great, great grandparents, your family that has already passed. You have angels and guides that you cannot see. And you have all of us here today. We are your friends in energy. There are 4 things we have in common, Mukesh. Okay? We all need air to breathe. We all need water to live. We all need to eat the food that is here for us. And we all need to be warm enough. These 4 experiences are true for everyone who's hearing me right now. Okay, that's what makes us allies. It's hard in the world when people are mean to everyone and you don't feel like you have any friends. But friends aren't the same as just knowing that you being human is enough to know that you're not alone. One of the best ways to get out of a funk is to volunteer to help someone. Next time you're just wherever you go in your world, if there's trash on the ground, you could pick it up. If you see somebody carrying something heavy, you can ask to help. When you step out in helpfulness, you will adjust and adapt to what's going on, okay? I'm just sending all my love to you, Mukesh, because it's such a difficult thing to be in a struggle. But there are people in your world right now who really want to help you. Some of them will be strangers. But the fact is, being able to believe that you're strong enough. So for you, Mukesh, the best thing you can say is, I am so happy and grateful now that I know I'm enough. I am so happy and relieved now that I know I am enough. Even if it doesn't feel real, it is real because you are enough, okay? I am so happy and relieved now that I know I'm enough. Super manifestation, and thank you, Mukesh, because all of us can use that manifestation right now, right? Okay, hi Roxanne. Magnificent, can you tell me who's been waiting the longest? I'm kind of lost today, you guys. Thank you for being understanding. There's just, hey, Gregory, you wrote to me, didn't you, Gregory? I saw that. I had so many emails that I didn't see it until later. But yes, in answer to your question, I do private readings. You can go to manifestfaster.com. That's where it has not only the paid readings, but the free reading or the free services are there also. So let's see here. Okay, Ranaran, Roxanne. Okay, I see Roxanne. Okay, Roxanne, my friend, welcome. You've been here before, haven't you, Roxanne? So today we are doing readings. It's our party. Hi, Divine Timing. And then Ranaran. So let me write this down. So we have, hold on. Okay, hold on. So we have Gregory, and I'm at Roxanne. Oh, let me write these down, you guys. Roxanne, Gregory, Roxanne, Gregory, Divine Timing. And then after Roxanne, we have Ranaran. Okay, so the lineup is Roxanne, Ranaran, Greg, and Divine Timing, okay? Okay, and then Aishu. So I have 5 of them. All right. My battery still has plenty of battery, so let's carry on. Okay. So I'm Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot. We are all about finding patterns that are keeping you away from what you want. Isn't that a killer when you know what you want, but you just can't get to it? Oh, I get it. I understand completely. So now, Roxanne. Oh. Do you have tattoos, Roxanne? Just curious. And we have this seal. Ah. Oh, okay. So here, Roxanne, you know what? We've had a couple of the readings today have been about self-acceptance. And I was sitting here looking at the picture. It's very adorable. It's a baby seal. And I do know that a seal's coat is very, very soft. It's amazing. I've felt it before, and it's very soft. And of course, nowadays, people are not likely to get fur. They'll get fake fur because in today's culture, we seem to see animals different than we did 100 years ago. That's just the truth. We don't see animals the same way we did 100 years ago. And now there's just much more love for animals in general. And if you're here, you're probably resonant with that. Are you? I have a dog. How many of you guys have pets? What's your pet, right? Tell me. Because you know, part of the people that listen to me, they know that animals make a higher quality of life when you get to share with an animal. But what I'm seeing here, though, is how awkward a seal is if it's out of its element. So I noticed these tattoos, and it just made me think of the sea, right? Because we have starfish and we have anchor. And then this darling animal here, and it very just regal. I mean, animals have a sovereignty. They really do. And so this animal here, the picture, they're so confident. I mean, can't you just see the confidence? But ironic, because in the water, they are so awkward. If you watch how a seal moves, how it has to shuffle, hop along, the opposite of grace. It's cumbersome and awkward. So for you, Roxanne, the universe is telling you to get back in your element. Okay, get back in your element. What does that mean for you, Roxanne? Is there something in your past that you used to love? Did you used to play an instrument? Were you in acting when you were a kid? What is it that you used to do that you're not doing now? And you're particularly looking for something that you loved, something you love to do that you're not doing now, because your future self is seeing a fork in the road. Your future self is seeing that you're at a place of choice and you don't want to walk away from your best environment. When a seal is in water, how do they move? Completely at ease, right? Completely at ease. They're graceful. They're fast. They know how to come and get a breath, but they move best in this environment. Something's missing, and when you re-plug into that, Roxanne, you're going to feel immense relief, okay? Be sure to email me, you guys. You can go to manifestfaster.com. It's got all about me and it's all about Catherine. But it's got my free resources. There's a place you can write to me on there and let me know what's going on, because this does feel important. There's a sense of urgency on this, Roxanne, okay? All right, moving forward, next we have Ranaran. Okay, Ranaran. Thank you for putting up with me pronouncing your names, you guys. I really appreciate that. I have an easy name, Catherine. And some of you guys, I just don't know how to pronounce. So, moving forward. Grizzly bear. And this is Run. Okay, so interesting card here. The grizzly bear is a scary bear. Maybe in your part of the world they don't have grizzly bears. In the US we have them in the North American continent, and they're very, very ferocious bears. When they stand up on their hind legs, I think they're at least 6 feet tall, maybe taller. They are absolutely terrifying animals. How terrifying does that look like? Right? How terrifying? Not at all. And it's got a toy. So that makes it look like a teddy bear. Okay? So, Ranaran. This message is all about you standing up for yourself. You have a soft nature. You may be a person who is easygoing. You may be a person that doesn't like confrontation, that you would rather let things go. You don't want to cause a problem. And so because of that, you are like a teddy bear. But this is not a teddy bear. This is a grizzly bear. And what happens with some people who are very sweet and very understanding and patient is that when they blow, they blow. When they get upset, it's ugly because they just tear people apart, right? That's what grizzly bears do. They tear people apart. So in order to keep that part of yourself calm, it takes a lot of energy. Okay, so for you, it'd be really good to do boxing. Like, I don't know why I said that, but they have a heavy bag where you hit something, or you run, or take an aggressive yoga that's really kicks your ass, so to speak, because you will be better off if you get physical. There's a strength in you that needs to be expressed. You cannot allow people to be in your face. But there's a fear sometimes that you might explode at them. So physical exercise will help. Now, how many of you here can relate with the need for more physical exercise? Hit the thumbs up over there. Let's all support one another to get out there and make our hearts beat and get some physical exercise. You will always feel better after a walk. That's another thing. I'm pressing there's no magic happening. So you guys got to help me with the magic. Hit that hearts button over there so it looks like I'm doing that. I'm making it happen, would you? Anyway, but in Ryan Holiday's article today, he was talking about whenever you're in trouble or upset, take a walk. Whenever you are upset, take a walk. He goes, people have done that for thousands of years, and I take his word on it that that's true. Okay, so let's move on here, and we have Gregory. And Gregory, let's take a look for you this week. What is it that your future self has for you, Gregory? Okay. Gregory, it appears that freedom is very important to you. One of your core values, something that you absolutely need to have in your life is freedom, personal freedom. So what you're being called to here, I hope you were here when I was talking about the golden hour experiment. The last hour of the day, particularly the last 30 minutes of a sunny day, is called the golden hour. It's when photographers use the background to create pictures because you can capture it on camera. It's a beautiful time of day. And so I'm doing a challenge through the month of July that we spend as many days in the golden hour as possible. And for you, Gregory, I'm really feeling that. There's some kind of entanglement that is confusing you. And it's keeping you from full knowledge of yourself. So this idea that freedom is critical, that you need to have personal freedom to be your full self, take that to heart and allow yourself to think about that, consider it. What would be worth taking away, compromising a little bit on your freedom? Because I think that might give you the answer that you're needing, okay? And let me know how it works for you. Thank you for emailing me. And again, at personal readings, it's my pleasure to create a detailed video for you, and I would be happy to do it. You can find the information at manifestfaster.com. Okay, moving on. Now we have Divine Timing. I love your name, Divine Timing. And I'm just going to go ahead here and see, did you ask me something? Oh, what do you need to hear? Thank you. You know what? Divine Timing, sending you a hug. I appreciate it. I wish I could send out hearts, but I don't know how. But thank you for wanting to have a general reading. Roxanne, this is fantastic. Oh my gosh, that reading was so perfect for you. I love it because it's true that your choices that you're going to make here as you go forward and get back to something you used to do, it will empower you. Please contact me, you guys, because I would love to just hear your story. Great, great, great. Okay, hang on for a second. Okay, and Barga, I'll put you at the end here. And this is for Divine Timing. Thank you for requesting you're welcome, Gregory, my pleasure, for requesting a general reading. So Divine, I want to show you, can look at the edges of these cards. Isn't that fabulous? You have Divine Timing to be here at this moment. Do you guys know that we all, in this moment, are in Divine Timing? Okay, let's all take that in. Everybody take it in. I'm going to, what can I do here? I just want to mark the moment. Where's my, okay, I'm going to light up the Palo Santo because I want to mark the moment. It just occurred to me, we are all in Divine Timing right now. The fact that you guys have chosen to be here with me in this minute, and that Divine Timing's name is Divine Timing, and that I've been on for 107 minutes. So you might want to look up 107 Divine Timing, because I think that significance of that number. And let's just be grateful we're here together. We're creating together. We are putting energy into momentum, into motion. And once it's started, motion doesn't stop. It just keeps echoing out. Okay, so we are, say it out loud, I am in Divine Timing right this minute. Isn't that cool? You know what? If you would say that out loud to yourself every day for a week, you guys will change your life. Spend time in the golden hour and just walk around saying, I'm in Divine Timing. I am so thankful and happy now that I am in divine timing. How do you like that for an affirmation? Okay, let's see divine timing. Ooh, gosh, this is good. Okay. Okay, take a breath. So at divine timing, the word rare is what comes up for me first. Rare. Okay. And it also, the energy of the 10 of Swords is coming to me, if you're familiar with tarot. So it seems the first thing is I'm sensing is that there's a change of a cycle. Okay, divine? There's a change of a cycle in that something's ending that needs to end. Okay, so the rarity, this is an albino. It's a raven, but it's white. So it's such a conflict. It's black and white, right? And this rare occurrence. Now, albinism is, I think that's how you say it, is true across all animal species, as I believe. I don't know if it goes into, I don't think it goes into plants, but there can be albinos of humans and other animals. It's a genetic difference that makes them rare. And you can't hide out when you're that rare. You try, a lot of animals may try for self-defense because you also can't endure much time in the sun when you have this situation going on. So the fact that there's something around your lifestyle, your energy, or your being that is so rare that over programming and over like being a highly sensitive person, I would say if you've never heard of HSP, I didn't learn about it until I was quite a bit older in life, that it's a reason why fluorescent light is not good for you, and it's a reason why heat extremes bother you. It's a reason that your skin might be sensitive and allergic to things, because your system is that rare. The clarity that you're getting about that at this point of your life, the clarity that you're getting is helping you come out of kind of a fog, because you may have been wondering for years why it is that you are how you are. This crown on the head of this raven is barely visible, and so it shows me there's not a full expression of the trueness of who you are yet, because you have to take into account your personal situation, okay? And what it is that you need to thrive. Let me take a breath. You have built around yourself a beautiful set of circumstances that help you thrive. You're being asked to step out of your comfort zone, but you will always be taking what you've learned with you to keep yourself in a good vibe. Oh, I feel like your future self has kind of like a joke that they want me to say. It's like, how can I say it? Hang on. Oh, it's like chuckling energy that says, you did ask to understand divine timing. You know what I mean? It's like a chuckle saying to you, you did ask to develop a sense of time, of divine timing, duh. I hope all that makes sense to you, my friend. It's very interesting reading. I find this card one of the most fascinating that I have in any of my decks. By the way, speaking of that, if you want to have me make a private video for you, I would love to do that. And then if there's a particular one of my decks that you enjoy, and you're like, Catherine, I want to have a reading done with this deck, I am happy to do it. Creating that private video for people makes me, it gives me so much joy. Oh, Divine, I'm so glad. Oh, good, because I was really feeling that story. It was just like, they use that word download. I mean, that story just downloaded. I do write stories for my clients. I write future scripts where the future self talks about the future, and I write for people. So definitely keep that in mind. If you guys want to have a story video created just for you, I would love to do that. Okay, next we have Ayusha. Okay, I just saw you. Hi, Karen. Welcome. Aishu. Okay, Aishu, let me look and see. General reading. Thank you, Aishu. I appreciate you guys so much for when we go for the general, because I just feel like that flows through me so naturally, because birds of a feather flock together, and the fact that we're all here together in this moment with Aishu. I'm reading for her. Sham. I wish I could say these names better. Sham. I'll just say Sham. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me put you into the line, Sham, because I want to be able to talk to everybody that I can. Oh my goodness, it's 114 minutes. Holy moly. We are in divine timing. Thank you for bringing us there, divine timing. Okay, next we are, this is for, who's this for? Let me make sure. Oh, there you are. We are you're in a no contact. Okay, Sham, I'll be reading for you. Aisha. Let me put that down. Okay. Okay. Aishu, thank you. Okay. A general read. Look at how sweet this card. Is this the sweetest card ever, right? Look at that. Just that face, that sweet smile. That sweet, sweet smile. This is how the universe is seeing you. Just, there's such a playful, sweet energy, Aisha. I wonder if you see yourself this way. I wonder if you see yourself the way others see you, my friend. There is a kindness and a sweetness, and the word devotion, that you are a gift to some of the people in your life. Now, I said earlier in the reading that a weakness is a strength pulled out of balance. Okay, a weakness is a strength pulled out of balance, which means that what people love about you and your warmth and your friendliness, how would that ever be a weak spot? Well, it is if people take advantage of you, where they don't tell you the truth. They don't act real with you because you're so kind and so sweet. So they may take advantage of you, okay? And that is not a good thing. So your future self, it loves you so much and loves this part of you and does not want this part to go away. This is an important part of your personality. They just want you to be super smart. And if something doesn't feel right, just to cut it off. You don't have to be a friend to everyone. Sometimes the only way that you know it's wrong for you is if you feel uncomfortable. So when you feel uncomfortable, just choose a different person, okay? You have so much going for you. It's important that you stay in your lane and let other people find their own way. You can't take care of everybody, okay? All right, moving on, we have Barga. And then we have Sham. Okay. So Barga. What is it? Thank you for coming to the tarot party, everybody. I have 39 thumbs up. Who can get me to 40? Who's gonna bring me to 40? I wonder which person. Let's look at for Varga. What do we have here? Okay. Oh, that's so funny. So I love being a magnificent success, my assistant. Thank you. You guys got me to 40 likes. I love that. Anyway, but you're welcome, Aishu. But I love that magnificent success and Bina, and you can follow her example. She really is a magnificent success. So, but when she said to Barga, please be patient, okay? And right at the same time, I started this reading for Barga, and Barga, look what it says, receptivity, okay? Receptivity, receiving, and to receive guidance. So Bina asked you to wait, and she asked you more than one time, but you were so excited to get the reading that you kept reminding us that you're there. And so that is the opposite of receiving. That's pushing energy. You're pushing into the energy. And that's something you always want to avoid. No pushing. You want to attract, not push. Knowing how to receive is so important. And if you don't know how to receive, how do you get your blessing? Look at this kitten. I think it's the only animal. Now, I've been here a long time now, a couple hours, but I think that this is the only one where the eyes are closed. Don't you guys? I was thinking the Seahorse made, oh, there's Seahorse. I just spotted him. Let me go back and look. Nope, Seahorse's eyes are open. But this is the only card, Barga, is the eyes are closed. So what your future self is here saying, open your eyes. Okay, Barga? Open your eyes. What does that mean? It means that you are, okay, hang on, let me pull it up. Oh, okay, I love this. That there's a lot about you, Barga, that's adorable, right? Very attractive. There's something about you that is enchanting. I look at this heart I just see it as a heart, and that your heart is big and fluffy, that you have so much desire to be loved. Doesn't this kitten look like, please love me? Doesn't it, you guys? Please love me. Okay? This is what we all feel in our deepest heart. We all want to feel loved, don't we? There's a little part deep inside that says, please love me. And so, Barga, what your future self says, open your eyes. There's lots of people that love you right now. Don't look out to see who's supposed to love you next week. Look right now. When someone is nice to you, when they're kind to you at the market, or when you are walking, or in your house, when somebody is simply kind to you, you can choose to receive that as love and see it as love and say it, I am loved. I am loved. Open your eyes and see the love that surrounds you right now. The more you look outward to other people to love you, it's as if you're closing yourself off from the people that are already there right now. It includes me. I love you. Of course I do. You're spending your time with me. When you spend time, that's the gift of love. It's support and for my voice to go out to you so that you can feel a little bit of comfort. But there is someone in your life right now that is full of love for you. I just feel this person, they may even be thinking, I wish that they knew. I wish Barga knew how important she is, how or he or she, that how important Varga is in my life. I wish there was a way that I could tell them. So look around, open your eyes, find the love that's right here, right now. And then Sham, let's take a peek for you, my friend. What is it? See how that card came out? I'm going to use it. I feel like this card insisted. It was like, I will be read. Okay, let's check it out. Stoat. Do you know that I've never heard of a stoat? So it is a, I would say it looks like a weasel. And the weasel is an animal that looked like that. I'm going to have to look that up later because I love that. Very nice. Let's see. We have these stars. Let me look closely. Hold on. Yes, okay. So did you notice? Oh gosh, this is cool. So Shem, this card came out of the deck on its own. So to me, it's very significant for you. Okay, this is what's significant for you. It's the first card of this deck. So it means something new is starting. Okay, something new is starting. Secondly, it's this animal that's able to match its surroundings. So when it's snowing, they have a white coat. And when it's green, when it turns brown and green, the colors of nature's, the coat will change to a darker color so that it doesn't stand out for protection. Okay, and up here at the top we have these 5 stars, and the stars are all about healing. So I'm feeling for you, Sham, what's going on, and I do feel this is for somebody else on the reading. There's somebody here who's came out, it's like been hiding for a while. Perhaps you went through a breakup, perhaps somebody betrayed you. There was something that happened that turned you off. You just turned away, and you're just creeping out to check the weather. So it's like this figure crept out from behind the crevice and stuck its head up and went, oh, what's it looking like today? Is this going to be an okay day? And so there's an innocence about it, because you can't come out of a bad situation without some scars. You can't come out of disappointments without it scarring your soul. And the healing that comes with time, and sometimes it's counseling, sometimes I use tapping for my own personal healing, meditation, yoga, Reiki, any of the energetic tools would be so helpful, because you do want to step out in innocence when you start again. You don't want to be carrying the burden of the past hurts. One of our cards early on was about not carrying the burdens. I can't remember which card it was, but this is what is happening. It's just so important for you to treat yourself as a real beginner. You have to learn, like a baby has to learn to walk. You have to learn how to trust again. You have to learn what you need to feel safe in a new relationship. You're healing, you're coming under that bridge of these 5 healing stars, and you're getting more confident that you can start love again. You're not carrying any burdens here, so it shows me that you've been willing to let go. But the next step is to press in as hard as you can to learning how to be in a good relationship. YouTube, there's a man called Jimmy on relationships. He's very, very good, Jimmy on relationships. And he teaches very short, wonderful teachings on how to get along when you're in a relationship. It's just fantastic. Okay, you guys, listen, I've been here for, oh my gosh, cut it out. I've been here over 2 hours. I would have never thought. I've had so much fun at the tarot party. Thank you for coming. If I had some confetti, I wish I had confetti. I could throw it up and say, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to do one more card, just as a general reading for everybody that's here right now, because I appreciate each and every one of you for coming to my tarot party. I'm here every Sunday at about this same time, and it is my pleasure to draw cards for all of y'all. I will have timestamps, and I'll get that done here in a little bit, and so you can come back and listen to your reading again and share with your friends. I love getting to know people from all over the world, and I believe in you. I believe there's a call on your life. You're not here on accident, and that you are determined to break the patterns that are holding you back and step into something exciting and new. So let's take a look for you guys who are left. Standing ovation. Limitless possibility. What a perfect closing card. Divine timing. I hope you're still here. When Shem, you're welcome. When divine timing popped in, and I said, let's all just say an affirmation. So those of you who are not here, let's do it again. Put one hand on your heart and just repeat after me. I am so happy and thankful now that I am in divine timing. Good. Let's say it all together. I am so happy and grateful now that I am in divine timing. And I challenge all of us who are listening, let's claim it. Whenever you're doing anything, I'm so relieved that I am in divine timing right now. I'm so thankful and happy that I am in divine timing. Let's call it out for ourselves, huh? But limitless possibility. The whale is proud of being a whale. A whale doesn't look in the mirror and think, what a whale I am. I mean, you know what I mean? I see this little heart here, right on his little fin, completely accepting his appearance. Why do I say that? Because I've never heard any animals complaining about their appearance the way humans do. But this is an animal that's so big. I mean, can you imagine going to a party of goldfish? I mean, he'd be so out of place. He wouldn't even fit, right? That's the way we are in the spirit. When you when you think of yourself as a spiritual being having a human experience, who you are really, the spiritual you, is way bigger than the itty bitty teeny weeny you that you are here on the planet. And so in our souls is unlimited possibilities for your finances, for your love life, for your family. You have limitless potential. Limitless potential. I am so happy and thankful now that I know I have limitless potential. I am so happy and relieved now that I know I have limitless possibilities within me. These kinds of affirmations are very powerful because they are talking the truth ahead of time. You may not feel that confident yet, but you will when you see things start to come into place. Thank you guys so much for coming to the party today. And if you're just coming, I'm so sorry I have to end the party. It's been a couple hours, but I will be back next Sunday. And plus, I do pop on live various times just to kind of keep you guys on your toes. So be sure to subscribe so you'll be notified the next time I'm live. Go forth and prosper, my dear friends, and thank you for coming to the party. I love you.